What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Random Robert rendition. So this is going to be a little review of the Finnex Planet Plus 24/7, and I'm by no means an expert. It is just a little review that I did. It's part of a little installment that I have going on with the setting up of my 90-gallon aquarium. I'll link that below so you can check that out if you want to, and to see it in its entirety with all the other things that are going on around it, like testing water and actually setting up the aquarium. So, and also the prices that I paid for all the things that it's just a series that helps the person, the beginner aquarist, out and kind of gives them a sense of perspective and determining what they're actually going to need in order to get this thing going. So this is part of the installment, and that is what this is solely about. So enjoy, guys. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and open this guy, and we'll see how this package made it out. So like I said, I like to buy things not online, I like to buy things locally. But this was just one thing that I could not find in my pet stores. They had the Aqueon, they had a couple of satellites, and yeah, they just didn't have a very good selection. Fluval, and I wanted this Finnex Planet Plus. So this is what it looks like when it comes in the box. I plan on having some live plants, but I mean it's gonna be a low-tech deal. It's not gonna be anything that requires something extraordinary. I'm gonna get a Nubius and some Java Fern and just some simple plants that don't require soil. Oh man, there's a lot going on there. So this is it. Wow. This sucker is actually pretty heavy. Initial reactions. This thing is very heavy, considering the fact that it's razor thin. Almost. I'll measure it for you. It looks like it's probably, I don't know, 1/4 inch. Not even. So something probably made in China. Man, thank you. Although you're polluting the hell out of this air and all the regulations that y'all bypass in order to make these things so cheap for us, I am a consumer, and I have just purchased this. And I'm not sure. Oh, okay, so this is the remote. This one side right here has the remote sensor that I'm assuming you would take this piece off right here, and it's like a 3M adhesive that you put maybe to somewhere in your tank or your stand. And here we go. Let me bring you. So this is what it looks like. Nice 3 layers. Plug it in a second. And according to previous reviews, said something about the remote being the only means of turning it on and off. So we definitely have to take care of that. I'm assuming, yep, just as I predicted. There we go. And that's the remote for the Finnex 24/7 Planet Plus aquarium. The Finnex Planet Plus 24/7. So this, I'm going to keep this little twist tie because you always have extra cord laying around sometime. And then you have these little plastic braces that do come with screws if you have a rimless aquarium. So if you have a rimless aquarium, this would go on the inside, then you hook this you would hook. It's kind of it's not that complicated, but you would hook this in here. So you would hook that in there, and then you would be able to screw these things in and out according to the thickness of the glass. So I'm not going to need that because I have a frame on mine. So these, they have a little slot right here. Oh, and then according to the length of your tank, it's where they'll stop or they'll keep going. So I'm assuming on a 48-inch tank. Oh, I got this side in, but not this side. Be careful. There we go. Alright, it's kind of supposed to be able to slide, so I'll give it that. It's a little loose. Definitely has a lot of tolerance. So I'll go ahead and put that on there, and we'll carry this over to my tank and we'll get it on installed. So you do not need the screws, as with a rim aquarium this sits on there nicely, and if you were to keep the screws on there and tighten them on, all it's going to do is pull this frame away from the aquarium and it's going to push this out and drop your light. So do not use that. This is what it looks like on my 90-gallon 48-inch aquarium. So it sits just right at the end of my aquarium. So don't use the screws. And now we will demo this. Alright guys, so this is going to be a demonstration of the Finnex 48-inch 24/7 Planet Plus. Okay, so it's a 7500K light. I'm assuming, I think that's the right deal. It's not 6500, so I think it's 7500 if I recollect correctly. So this right here is one of my memory settings. There's 4. I'll put a picture of the remote right now. Okay, so with this remote right here, I'm gonna do all the features below this 24:7. Okay, everything below that. I'm not gonna demonstrate the 24/7 features just yet. So what I'm gonna do is, this is gonna be moonlight. Okay, so that's actually, the video is not gonna pick up too great. I don't think the contrast of the light, but we'll see. This is a thunderstorm. And it'll just carry on that, you know, sequence. So I guess that's the algorithm or the pattern, whatever it's called correctly. So that's a thunderstorm. Then the next is going to be just a sunny day. That's just a regular normal day. And this is moonlight. So, you know, it gets a little moonlighty. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the left column: white, red, green, blue. So these are the color spectrums that it has. So you got the white, you got the red, you got the green, and you got the blue. And what's neat about this is, so on this remote, the next two columns to the right are going to be arrows. They're all, you know, the first column is, or the second column on the remote below that 24:7 has all the arrows going up, and then the one immediately to the right of it have all the arrows going down. So this this intensifies these certain color spectrums whenever you have others present. So for instance, let me see, we're in green right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the red arrow up, and I put some red in there. You can't really tell, but I'm going to go all the way up on it. Red, red. Now it looks more purple. You can't really pick that up on the colors, but it actually makes a very big difference. So you can go up to a certain degree. It looks purple now. It's almost purple. No, it is lavender purple. So You can't really tell, but yeah, you can't really pick it up. It just looks blue. So what about this green? So we're gonna go all green, and we're gonna go ahead and put some white in there. You'll see it gets light, obviously. So you can add white to any color to make it a lighter green, white. I mean a green, red, or blue. So you want the blue. I want to lighten it up a little bit. So there you go, and eventually it becomes almost white. And this is completely white. So anyway, it's a pretty fancy little gadget. And then also, so the last column to the right, let me finish just explaining this lower half of the remote. So the one all the way to the right is you have M1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are memory settings that you can set. I haven't exactly mastered this, but what I have so far, look, I have M1, which is nothing, M2, M3, M4. So what happens is, so let me go with red, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add some green to it. I just pushed the red color spectrum, added some green. Let me add a blue. That looks nice. I'm gonna set that as M1. I just assigned that to M1. So now let me go to my M3. Let me see my M1 now. So my M1 is what it was. So now I'm gonna go to, let me make another one green. And then let me add a little blue to that. There we go, that looks pretty sweet. So then I'm gonna make that my memory 2 slot. So now I got memory 1, memory 2, memory 3, and memory 4. Okay, so that's a pretty sweet little deal. I like this. I like the settings, and I like the remote on this. It's a very nice light as far as, you know, the features that it has, and it also looks nice. It actually has a lot of light. This is a 90-gallon aquarium, so it lights it up pretty well. And so now for the 24/7 feature. So I can demo it. Let me demo it. This is just the demo button. So I'm assuming that's starting maybe around 9 a.m. maybe, or maybe that's the evening, I'm not sure. But right now, at this moment in time, it is 7:20 in Houston, Texas right now. So this is just the demo. It's going through the days. This is obviously, maybe it just started really early. Maybe that first one was 6 a.m. and then it starts. This is noon time. Then it gets to 3. What are you doing? So this is the, you know, midday. What are you doing? Alrighty, and then it's starting to get a little dark. It's maybe getting 5, 6 o'clock. Alright, still going down, still getting a little darker. Let me turn this light off. Still getting darker, so this is probably maybe 9 or maybe 7, 8, 9. So now I see it's getting a little more blue, moonlight color. And then it's probably around 7 right there. It's nighttime. It's a very nice light. It's so cool. The transitions are very subtle. It's amazing. Technology is, the things we can do now that the aquarium hobbyists could not do before. It's phenomenal. We are truly blessed and cursed at the same time, because we get spoiled and we don't appreciate things as much. But man, anyway, you get the point. This is a very, very nice light. It provides so much light. I'm gonna actually put some plants in here, looking for some Amazon swords maybe. Definitely gonna go with some Anubias. Not exactly sure the specific Anubias, you know, species, but definitely gonna get into those, because those are, you know, low tech aquarium plants. So just gonna have a couple of them. That's it. Nothing fancy. And that's all of it. So if I were to want to say, All right, we're gonna go to, let's see, we're gonna go to the 24/7 mode. Whoop. And you go ahead and push the button of this, you know, on the remote. So the remote above that 24:7, you have all the times of the day. Well, you know, the different, I guess, increments of the day. So every 3 hours, it is, you know, close to 6 p.m. right now. So let me go ahead and put 6 p.m. Boom. That's what 6 p.m. looks like. And if I were to want to go, what if it was 12 a.m.? Oh, well, there you go. It's dark. But right now, let's say it's noon. Oh, super bright. So this is a very, very nice aquarium light, and it's razor thin. Anyway, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to push max. So on the top right of the remote, boom. Where's the max? Here we go. Nope. Okay, let me exit the 24/7 mode. I had to push the 24/7 mode again, so I'm assuming, so right there, I'm out of 24/7 mode. I could just push red. I could push, you know, memory. Oh man, you know what? I think that's a bummer. I need to figure out how to do that to where you don't override the previous memory for some reason. But anyway, that's another thing. That's why I said I'm not exactly a total professional on this, but hey, I'm doing what I can with this. This is a pretty decent review in my opinion. Better than all the ones that I've seen before, as far as, you know, going in depth as to all the features of this thing. Besides the Finnex people, which are, you know, pretty corny. Anyway, so this is going to be the max button right there. So that turns all the LED lights on. And then this is just white. It's just slightly lighter whenever you put max, but not too much. It's definitely wider right there, which is max, but I don't know, I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's actually better for the camera right now. So anyway, that's the demonstration that I have for you with the Finnex. This is the little sensor. You would actually stick it somewhere. I just haven't made the time to do it. I should probably put it somewhere up here so you could actually hit it from, you know, the couch or something. But the only thing that I do not like about this is the fact that this thing is so short. Man, the plug is right on the other side of this thing. So they only give you like a foot to the plug. So you're having to put an actual extension cord or something to this. But thank goodness I have a table here. Otherwise it'd be hanging off. Because if you look on the inside, see it, but I have this guy. I have this surge protector, and this is the cord to that. So it's just sitting right out here. But anyway, that's the only problem that I see with this. Maybe it has to do with the resistance load on this little wire, because this cable is very short. So maybe they're assuming you're gonna put something a little better to deal with the resistance. Who knows? So this is an update. I don't know, maybe about 2-3 weeks after I filmed that first part of this episode, or the first part of this video. And this is what it looks like now with one of the settings that I have. I really enjoy this blue setting. I just hit the blue hue and then I put some white in it, and it is gorgeous. I have my little Amazon Sword Compacta. This is a version of the Crypt, I think, and this is what that little thing came with. So they're definitely two different strains of plants, and I was able to separate them, and now I got two plants, so that's pretty sweet for the price of one. This one is a sad plant. That was one of the first ones I bought along with this one. This one lived, this one did not. And this Planet Plus light actually works very well, despite the fact that that one looks ugly and that one's dead. This one is still going strong. It's got a couple dead leaves. I don't know if it had to do with the bleach dip that I did, but I did the 1:19 ratio. 1 part bleach, 19 parts water. And this one's doing fine. I just got that one today though. And obviously that one today as well. But this is an awesome light. This is something that I would definitely recommend, which is why I'm doing this review pretty much. And you see this part right here? Being this tall, this is my eye level right here. So this is my eye level. This is what I see. So I get to check this out right here, and I really thought that this little kind of stream of light would bother me, but it does not. The only reason this is actually picking up that, let me see. This is what I see. This is what I see like this. So this little stream of light from the LEDs does not bother me because I'm a little taller. I'm 6 foot, and this is a 40-inch stand with a 90-gallon aquarium, 24 inches tall. So it does not bother me. I don't see it like this, and that doesn't bug me. I see it more like this. So I don't know if that would bother you or not, but it does not interfere with my viewing of my tank. And you know, you'll just have to take it by ear. And usually stands aren't this tall anyway, so chances are this sort of perspective with that being in the view is not going to happen if you have a standard, you know, 32-inch stand. So anyway, those are just my 2 cents, and this is my update. This is 4/21/18. Laters. Alright guys, so I hope this review helped you out in making your decision on what light to get, and I hope you enjoyed it. So until next time, take it easy. Peace.